And Vandal, it's the God Mathematics, and you are now listening to or watching the Vandal Hour Season 7 live on S.STREET Media. Make sure you check us out whenever we come on, and as usually, whenever the fuck I want to come on. Now, when we do come on, we usually promote, throw a flyer out there. So when you see that flyer, make sure you go immediately to our Spotify page, go immediately to our Anchor.fm page, or go to our YouTube page and check whatever we're dropping out. Last week, we had a really dope episode with Neos and Savs. As I said before, this is my third time saying it because we pre-recorded this. As I said before, Neo and Savs is at almost 1,000 motherfucking views. So shout out to the comrades for supporting and doing coming through and hanging out with the guard and building with the guard. If you didn't see or hear that episode, make sure you go to my Spotify page. Make sure you go to our YouTube page. Now, pardon me. We have a lot of dope material. If you're not following the Vandal Hour, make sure you go to our Instagram page. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. We are on all platforms. Now, let me give a shout out to all the Vandal Hour guards and goddesses that came before. And let me give a shout out to Brat, Giggles, Greaseboard, J-Lo, Mathematics, Not Me, The Other Mathematics, Facts on Wax, East Sinatra, June 457, Sosa, Dray Kill Films, The Bring That Back Dude, DJ Quest, Mr. 13, Buyer 3, Reps, Guest, DJ Swift, DJ EA, and Darwin Queens. And if I forgot anyone, I apologize. But shout out to all the guards and goddesses that came before me. They are the reason why we are here 6 years later, booming like a fucking system. It is real. So thank you to all those people who came before me. Now tonight is a really special fucking night tonight, man. I'm going to say that one more time. Tonight is a motherfucking special night tonight because we got some motherfucking people that's really putting it in this motherfucking grab game. Now, my man Neo, I asked him, I said, yo, boy, I need some dudes to interview. He said, yo, I'm only going to give you some real motherfuckers. I'm going to give you some motherfuckers that's putting in work. I don't send no inactive dudes. No disrespect to the inactive dudes. I am one of them. But shout out to the people that's really doing shit. And he sent me some motherfuckers that's really doing shit. And that's motherfucking, let me give a fucking introduce to y'all the motherfuckers that's really putting in work in the motherfucking boroughs, up top, down low, all through the fucking city, doing their thing, representing that TVT crew. Let me give a shout out to Dray, Saet, and Vade. Welcome to the motherfucking Vandal Hour.
Thanks for having us, brother.
What up, what up, what up?
Yo, I know I said that like 3 different ways, 3 different times.
It's all good, bro.
Man.
Third time's a charm.
But you know what it is?
It
is the weed.
It's all good, man.
We indulge before and during and after. Shit just, the weed. I fucked up, didn't put the camera on, didn't put the sound right. Shit is crazy, man. Shit is crazy. I feel like I'm in like one of them movies. What's that shit?
Matrix?
No.
Twilight Zone?
Yeah, one of those. No, definitely Alfred Hitchcockish. Word.
Same day over and over again.
You know what I mean? So, how y'all feeling tonight, fellas?
I'm good.
Feeling good, man. Thanks for having us, brother.
Yo,
Definitely.
We was kicking it before the show came on, and we was building, man. We had a great conversation off camera. I like to do pre-interviews before I interview people, so we didn't start talking generic bullshit. And we had a great conversation on Graph. I think y'all have a great story to tell. You know what I mean? You're doing a lot right now. I'm definitely respecting what I'm seeing. You're popping up on my Explorer page. You got to be putting in shit under them hashtags to be coming up on my Explorer page. So when I see your shit, and I really respect what y'all are doing. Y'all got some.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
You're representing TVT Next Generation.
Yes, sir.
So
all day.
I want to talk to Dray first because Dray is the person who's actually who I was interviewing, but he brought his peoples through, and which I appreciate because now I got more information that I can absorb tonight. You dig where I'm coming from?
Well, you got me on. You might lose viewers tonight, but
Nah. Yo, I'm gonna say this as I always say, man. Yo, the most people who come to the Vandal Hour are not no lame motherfuckers. It's very rare that I get a lame motherfucker. It's very rare. It's very rare. Most of the people that come through are sent to me from other people, you know, recommended, and usually the people who co-signs for these people are official people, and it's very, 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 very rare that I get anybody who's real asshole-ish.
all right, Dre, you got to leave.
I was expecting you to say me.
You both got to go. I got this.
So I want to talk to Dray first, man. I want to start with Dray. Man, how you doing, God?
I'm doing good, man. Not bad.
Now, I want to know a little bit about how you came into the world of graph. What was it about graph that got you interested in doing it?
Well, for the people who don't know, Vade is my brother.
Oh, boy. Now everybody knows.
Yeah. So, you know, he got me into it at a young age.
Saet's our illegitimate brother.
He's our
Cousin of Saet.
he's our stepchild. Yeah, I got into it when I was like, I don't know, probably 13. But as far back as I could remember, you know, being a kid in grade school, you know, 5th grade, 6th grade, this kid would come home and start doing my first name, you know, throw ups on my homework and shit, and then I would go to school and practice it, and you know, just a couple, you know, years down the line, I started, you know, really take notice of it, you know, on the highways and shit, and started noticing him and his friends, you know, Neo and Saet, and Neo and Savs, you know, a lot of the U.S. dudes and shit. I also want to, now that I bring them up, I want to thank Neo and Savs for setting this up.
That's a fact. Shout out to Neo and Savs.
Definitely.
What up, boys?
They hooked it up, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. And, yeah, so, you know, I noticed a lot of shit on the highways. Direct, obviously, you know, these guys. And, you know, they really caught my attention. And also a lot of the TVT dudes, you know, the people who, you know, in the beginning put them on the map. You know, Jest and Ness and...
Big Daddy Psy.
Yup, Big Daddy Psy, yup, exactly. 3 verse 30.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
TVT. During those years, man, of you entering into the graph world, what was Big Bro doing graph wise? What was you seeing from Big Bro?
Parkway spots, I like to say.
Parkway spots, absolutely. Yeah. I want to say something else.
Getting arrested?
Yeah, getting arrested,
no,
doing
not
drugs,
that.
not coming home.
I was going to say black books.
Yeah.
Scared straight.
Yeah, all right, fuck it, yeah. He just dropped a bomb on everybody, yeah.
No, but they don't know.
Yes, shout out to the whole crew from Scared Straight 99.
Scared straight. When I
Your boy is still here.
When I saw that shit in 99, bro, I was beside myself, bro. I was like, yo, how do I get on TV2, man? You know, should I fucking start writing graffiti? And, you know, that's kind of where it started for me.
Yo, that Scared Straight shit ain't no joke, though.
Nah,
imagine being a young dude, and you got some dude who's fucking other dudes in your face, talking about some gay shit, because they really go out of their way to do some crazy shit.
It's definitely an experience.
Did anybody break down when you was there? Did you see anybody really like fold?
You know what's funny? Everybody, there was this one white kid. He was from Jersey. He was like 12 years old. He had blonde hair and blue eyes. So everyone's like, "Oh, yo, Vade, hold my pocket, hold my pocket." But let me tell you something. I was one of the most prettiest motherfuckers that went in there, and I'm not even bullshitting you. Full Eddie Bauer, I had Air Max on, like I was a fucking pretty boy.
Goose down, North
yo,
Face.
I'm telling you right now, I swear to my grandma, not one fucking person said a word to me. Not a single person. And they locked us up in a fucking auditorium with dudes doing 4 life bids, 5 life bids, and there was only 2 COs and 20 dudes all doing life. So what was to stop them from snapping my fucking neck? What, are you going to give them another life sentence?
That's a fact.
It was definitely an eye-opener. It didn't really stop me and discourage me from doing what I was doing, because obviously I'm still here. But it was definitely an experience. You know, it's life could be a lot worse, man.
So let's talk.
A lot worse.
So let's talk to you for a bit, man. what was it about graph that interested you into picking up a can?
It was just
Because you a 90s writer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, started in I'd like to say sixth grade. I started to notice it. A lot of highway graffiti, stuff like that. And when I got to seventh grade, it really took off. My older brother used to write. All his friends, you know, one of my best friends in junior high school, Trez, actually gave me my name, and it just snowballed from there. Because, like we were talking earlier, you know, when you start off, you're a toy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, you know. And I just wanted to keep being better and better and better.
You never progressed.
Still a toy.
Yeah, still a toy. But I wanted to do what I saw these other people doing, like all the dudes down at 238th Street Bridge. I wanted to piece like that. I wanted to go run around the fucking highway. I wanted to see my name here and there. You know, I wanted to do that, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I can one day. But as of right now, I suck. I'm a toy. Let me put in my little footwork and try to do this and try to do that. And I just want to be better than I was the last time I painted, and that's what keeps me painting.
Tell me a little bit about Yonkers during that time, like graph-wise. Who was doing what they was doing in Yonkers around that time?
You know what's funny? A lot of people knocked like, oh, where you from? Oh, you're from Yonkers. Oh, you're not from the Bronx. You're not from the Five Boroughs. Yo, listen, back in the early 90s, Yonkers was on fire, bro. We had a lot of fucking writers, a lot of piecers, and just a lot of... Like, I didn't even have to go to the Bronx to see graffiti. You know, I had to go out of my house. I go to the corner store. I go down the street underneath the overpass or just shit like that. It was popping, man.
There was shit everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of old school cats, NWC kids, Nationwide Crime, Central Avenue, a lot of kids from 238th Street Bridge. Even though it's the Bronx, it's still like Yonkers, Bronx border. But it was everywhere, man. You didn't have to really go far. And everybody wrote back then. Everybody. Even people that didn't even really... no artistic ability and no nothing, but everybody wrote back then. So it was just
freehand.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
Yeah, everyone had a tag name.
Everybody wrote.
Yo, it's you know, graph in the 90s is very different from now. Well, very different.
Very different.
Very different from now.
Yeah.
And dudes, you know, to be up then, you really had to be putting in a lot of work. Let me talk to the third gangster at the table right now.
Saet Boogie.
You know what I mean? Peace. Say, how you doing?
All good, man. All good. How you doing?
Big Saet.
I'm good, man. You're one of the people, or you're the person who I seen work on the Explorer page today, and I seen a lot of nice work, man. What got you shaking cans?
I mean, my neighborhood, you know, I'm from the Bronx, and what do you call it? My neighborhood, like they said, everybody was writing when I was younger. And there was an older dude, not E-Rock IMOK, but E-Rock TBC. He gave me my name, and he gave me, like, my first style and shit like that. And I was, like, super young. I was in junior high school, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So by the time, like, you know, I was like 12, 13, I was out there catching tags and shit like that, you know?
Who's some of the people you were seeing getting busy during those times?
When I first started, like, really paying attention, like, I guess, you know, I'm from the Bronx, but I'm from the North Bronx, so I was seeing Jest and stuff like that, like, still popping up here and there. Vet was a big inspiration to me, you know what I mean? Especially, you know, like, his style, definitely, you could see it, even in my style, has a lot of influence, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it still is, too.
But, you know, I'm from the Bronx, too, so I remember... like the 4-line dudes like Jar, Raph, J2, Fees, they were killing it. Fees was everywhere. And then you had the 2 and the 5, you had Since, you had G, you had a lot of dudes like that. You know, the BRT, BTC guys were killing it, you know what I mean? And that's when they first started, like, really back to back to back to back, you know? And, of course, you know, you still had, you know, all the older Bronx writers were still getting it in a little bit at that point in time, you know what I mean?
Yo, let me ask you a question. How did your three connect? I mean, how did your two brothers, but how did y'all connect with Saet?
Through a mutual friend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Through a long... Yeah. I met his boy 2010, I want to say. That's when we got thrown down with TVT, and we met him at a war.
Shout out to Zoo.
Yeah,
Thanks, Zoo.
Big Daddy Zoo.
What up, brother? Love you, kid.
What up, homie? SM all day, steady mobbing. And we just hit it off, man. You know, we hit it off. And the kid that wanted to paint with us, he kind of was kind of moving out of it, and we were getting back into it. So we exchange numbers, and it's like I can't
been
get rid of the
best
fucking
friends
guy.
ever since.
He's in my DM every fucking day. He's calling my house, calling my fucking phone. Nah,
Knocking on my door.
knocking on my.
I'm homeless. I just sleep outside of one of their houses every night. I sleep in the car.
When you just meet somebody and it just clicks, like it just clicks. And like I said before, it's more than graph. Like I asked him.
I really needed a couch to sleep on one time, so I got real cool with
I got
Vade.
one of them big L couches that pulls out. He's nice and cozy in the corner.
Yo, friendship is very much not held as it used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you see people who's not just connected because of spray paint, but because of real life connections, it's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
100%, man,
it's a
definitely.
big difference. It's
Yeah.
a big difference.
Yeah.
All of y'all are TVT, which is a very iconic crew. I want to talk a little bit about TVT. First of all, what do TVT stand for?
Well, the original name was
Yeah,
3
take
versus
it.
30.
3 verse 30. Yep.
But, I
Sai,
mean-
Ness, and Jess.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't know that.
yeah.
A lot of people don't know how the whole thing started, and it originally started off as TVT, 3 verse 30. It was Sai, Jest, and Ness.
Yep.
And they created it, and then it just rolled into this whole fucking
Movement.
destroyed
Yeah,
parkways.
Then they were, well, the whole voodoo thing came into it was when they were listening to X-Clan song,
Yeah.
Voodoo. So then they were listening to that, and they're like, oh, wait, the Voodoo Tribe, that sounds dope. That's how that came into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I like that. I never knew that one.
yeah. A
A lot of
don't know
people
it.
don't know.
Yeah.
Being down with TVT, is there a real camaraderie there?
100%, man.
Do y'all really
100%.
fuck with each other?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
well,
man.
a lot of us talk like almost every day, if not every day.
No,
you know
we
what
do
I mean?
talk every day. We're in like a little group chat. We
Yeah.
hit each other up every day, see
know,
how everyone's doing and shit.
The crew is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge throughout New York State, or whatever.
Who's some of
whatever.
the other members that I might not be knowing?
Oh,
Psy, EO,
Rodak,
KA, TBT.
Zoo, Livio, Neo's TVT, Bone, Met, Aloe, Ask 'em. You got a whole.
the
Aloe.
You
Yep.
got the older cats who started it, and we're real cool with Sai. Like we're on a one-on-one with him. Like
Yeah.
we know each other's family. This and that. So that it's more than
It
just.
goes way beyond
it's definitely
just
not just a
fucking
crew.
graffiti crew.
We're like a family, like
Yeah.
a
we
dysfunctional
are.
ass family.
100%,
very
man.
dysfunctional.
Right now, this COVID shit is I'm not gonna say it's-
COVID's fake.
you took my words.
Savs, I got your back, homie.
You took my
Straight up.
No,
you
it's
took my
not.
words.
It's
You
not
took my-
fake. It's not fake. It's not fake. It is a real thing, but it is not even a fucking percent
blown
of
out of
how
proportion.
bad they say it is.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. And so during this, COVID time, a lot of shit was locked down. You know what I mean? It took about 3 hours for you to order a pizza off of Streamless or something like that, whatever that fucking site is. The streets was empty.
That's what set us
yeah.
off.
Empty, bro.
That's what set us
what we
off.
said.
I mean,
Fucking
we
home.
were paying before COVID and everything happened. We were doing some legal shit. We were doing cutty shit, and then when this shit happened, man, we were like, yo, we blew the fuck up, and it was kind of like a wake up call, bro. And we're not stopping. You know what I mean? We're here to stay and fucking
Yeah, like I said, since last
We were-
January, man, we've been fucking nonstop.
literally
Yeah.
nonstop. No, but
We've been
before
trying.
January,
Try to pump the brakes,
you know,
but they don't work.
6 days a week.
So this run y'all been doing, so COVID must have been a positive for y'all.
Yeah, definitely,
yeah.
man. It
I
was a
remember
wake
when
up
it
call,
first
bro.
started, I walked
Straight
up
up.
on the Deegan and did remember that cream piece?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
did
did
like
yeah.
a 3-can silver burner with background, all that shit at 4:00 in the afternoon.
Corona ruined everything
You know
around
what I mean?
me.
Like people honking at me and shit, but in comparison with what it's supposed to be.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yo, it's funny because for the dudes who's already putting in work, it gave them more opportunity.
Yeah.
For the people who wasn't doing nothing, it gave them some opportunity. You know what I mean? A lot of people, I'm not going to say it was a negative thing. I love vandalism. So But I definitely got to see some of the people that I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kill shit.
Yeah, definitely, man.
You know,
absolutely.
And the people who, as I said,
And hopefully they stick with it.
people was already doing it before the COVID.
It brought a lot of inactive people, not inactive, but people that were just taking breaks and just chilling out, maybe focusing on life
Yeah.
and family and this shit. You can't
Popped them
sit.
right back out.
You can't sit home. What are you gonna do? Fucking sit?
I do agree with what Sav said. It's like bombing during a snowstorm, but I don't know.
But even so, and from that perspective, even bombing during a snowstorm,
It gives you that feeling back.
but it gives you an opportunity. A lot of writers,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of writers get
100%.
busy during the snowstorms. That wasn't a negative.
No.
That's not- So, but it's funny now that it's being aligned with COVID, though. You know what I mean? Like a lot of in my time. You know, the snowstorms was time for
big
you to
time.
take advantage of.
100%. Yeah.
Even when I was not active, if it was a snowstorm, I had to go out and paint a street.
You had
or
to.
something like
You
that.
had to. If you was a writer and you was still in the crib during a snowstorm, I don't know how you felt.
Even if you didn't, even if you weren't active and it was snowing, like damn, I want to go run around the fucking parkway right now.
Sure indeed. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. You know, off camera, we was talking about you know, these highway spots and stuff like that. And like right now, the highway spot has become more active. Especially during this COVID time. How you felt about what was going on in these highways and expressways right now?
It's coming back, man.
Yeah.
It is.
I could
It
like
definitely
I
is.
said, I was maybe in the early '90s. I was bombing streets and hitting gates and shit like that, and mailboxes and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know. I'm not speaking bad on anybody, but you could hit that all day long. But if I drive down a fucking freeway or a fucking expressway, and I see a huge straight letter up on a fucking rock ledge
That's
that
gonna
you
catch
took
our
fucking
attention,
45
bro.
minutes to do, my hat's off to you, my man. Like that gets me going. That's what I like to do. That's what I like to see.
Yeah.
You know, you can run around the streets all day, but like I said, there's so many sides to it.
Yeah.
It gets conflicting sometimes. But at least for me, like I like to see that. That's what I like. That's what I like to do. That's what I prefer.
Everybody has their
thing.
Their thing. What's your thing, Vade? What's your thing? When it comes to this graph shit, what's your thing?
I don't know. It's funny because we all pull up to a spot over the weekend and everyone's rocking fucking bubble, fillings and shit. And I'm up on a fucking jetpack doing a straight letter.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's done painting, and I'm like, just go ahead, go back to the car. I'll be over in a minute. Let me finish my straight letter. Like, if I'm gonna take the time to go out there and do that, and my fat ass is gonna climb up on a ladder, I'm doing a fucking straight letter. Everyone else on the wall did a throwing, so I'm gonna rock a straight. I like big,
What are you talking
legible
about? On 87?
shit. Yeah, down by the bridge.
I'm be honest with you, I like the legible shit.
I love the legible shit, man. That's the shit that I definitely grew
One
up
of
on.
the people that you're connected to is Jest.
Yeah.
And I could almost say for sure we done mention Jest on the Vandal Hour, especially for his straight letter.
Yeah.
Very memorable.
Large,
Iconic.
legible, and that's it.
Bold.
To the point,
That's
man.
it.
Black, white, big, legible.
Short
That's
and
my
sweet.
name right there.
My man Saet said, I like to do these piecing too, though. I like to do this piecing thing too, man. What makes you diverge into the piecing world, Saet?
My shit was, I grew up seeing a lot of Vet, and Vet was always doing some like multicolored shit on a spot or something like that. And you know what I mean? Like, to me, I was like, yo, how does this dude spend so long on a highway side, on a street spot, doing a piece? So, as I got to meet him, when I came back and I started painting again in like 2014, 15, and he put me onto a lot of shit, and it's just, that's his thing, is just to be balls out, you know what I mean? Do as many colors as possible. You really want to make it pop. You want people to be like, damn, man, like, that he just really rocked that with like 20 colors, 20 cans of paint, you know what I mean?
And it ain't even a filling. He just rocked a fucking piece.
A
What you do
fucking
doing
piece,
fillings.
bro.
Yeah.
Peace.
Do you like to do illegal spots when you piece?
I do illegal spots. I do legal spots. I've done a couple highways, with pieces, stuff like that. But My shit is I like to find like a cut spot or a track side. You know what I mean? And
And this fucking dude is quick.
Yeah, I mean,
Quick with the
I'm all right,
pieces,
you
bro.
know.
No,
I'm all right with the
bro.
speed,
Don't-
but you know what I mean.
Modest.
Don't
Yeah.
deny it, man. You're fucking quick with pieces.
But what do you call it? To
That's
me, it was more over one of those things, you know, just how much can you do on that one spot to where people are gonna be like, damn, this dude was on the track side for 2 hours. You know what I mean?
Yo, you know, my bros, the YNN bros, they be killing
Yeah.
them trackside shit.
Stem is a murderer of the freight.
Heavy,
Yeah.
like heavy. That's right now. They especially they been on the run right now. So I'm liking what's going on them trackside and freights, man. It's like a subculture going
Well,
on.
like we were saying before, there's different sides no matter what. You know what I mean? And if I do a throw up, you can ask these guys. I want to do my full name. I want it to be as big as fucking possible. You know what I mean? And you guys have seen it.
yeah.
You know
We
what
just
I mean?
pulled up to a
We're all
wall
the
before
same
we got
way.
here. We're like, yo, we're gonna rock 2 letters each. Turn around, he's doing a fucking filling. SAET. You know? But like I said before, we there's so many different levels, and some people don't do all of that. You know, very rarely you'll catch a dude that's bombing the street and he's doing pieces on the side, either legal or illegal. That's like our thing. I'm not even trying to sound like cool or anything, but we hit on all levels. We've done it. We've done street bombing. We've done tag banging. We've done parkways. We've done legals. We've done burners.
Freights.
And like we'll pull up to a spot. If it doesn't look hot, I'm gonna rock a fucking piece. You know, I could do a fucking filling in my backyard all day long. I'm gonna rock a piece.
Piecing wise, who's some of your influences? Piecing wise.
Honestly, people ask me this not all the time, but once in a while I'll get someone that asks me the question, like an influence. And I'm not even trying to sound cocky, but I don't really look up to a lot of people. Like the dudes I run with, this crew here and my other, you know, like that's my inspiration. I don't want to rock looking like this dude from here or this
I
dude
know you
from
look up to me,
Connecticut.
Vade.
Yeah, I do. But I don't steal their styles, but I look up to them. Like we critique each other. But as far as like looking up to like one person that really pieces, I don't want to drift towards your style. I'd rather be known for my own whack shit than known for your shit or a copy of your shit. So I like to stay on my own shit, you know?
I mean, my shit has always been vet, like I said before, and the YNN dudes have always killed it. And in the Bronx, like, I mean, I remember seeing a lot of Cess pieces, you know, Lower Westchester, a lot of
Shout out
Cess
to
stuff.
Cess.
Yeah. Serve is definitely, like, crazy style technician, man. You know what I mean?
I got the where my mom's live. I don't want to say where she live at on camera and on audio.
On that street over there.
But yeah, serve is the people's man. Like across the street type of thing, and he has a lot of nice stuff that I've seen. That he's to me one of the ill ones.
He's definitely talented.
One of
Artistically,
the
yeah,
ill
he's
ones.
got this.
One of the ill ones. Yo, since y'all be chilling together, y'all do your hang out together. You know, like y'all said, it's more than graph. What is a night like out when you're together? When you're going doing graph and not doing graph.
Very tactical.
I
We're on the same- on the same-
for 4 spots when we say we're gonna do one.
Yeah.
Because you got to make sure, and I always, you know, that's the thing. You
We
know.
got Vade, the fucking comedian of the group.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll get into 3 fights with Vade by the end of the night.
Yeah.
It's funny though because like we'll
Yo, Sid, you got a Lego?
Yeah,
Let me get a Lego. You got a New York fat cap?
But we'll go out and we'll set a plan in motion. We're gonna do this. You know, this is what we do. We get the spot. We're gonna rock straights, fillers, whatever. And then it just always turns into this big fucking cluster. Not a clusterfuck, but it's like we'll leave the spot and then we'll go do 4 more spots. Or then
And then on the way, Brian.
you're running out, fucking catching tags on a highway, or it's just nuts. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's a good time. It's always safe. Every time we've gone out, we've always come home at night. You know, we live to paint another day.
Yeah,
You
we
know?
try to make sure that, you know, somebody's looking out for each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if the 2 of us are together and I know they're rocking, I'm looking out.
Yeah.
If me and him are rocking, Dre's looking
You're
out.
not taking
and vice
pictures?
Yeah,
Nah,
we-
fuck
Nah,
with you.
fuck that. I'll be honest with you. I do that every now and again. I got a
You
couple
done?
like action shots.
I'm gonna let the flash off now. Boom, the whole wall.
Yo,
lights
just
up.
don't be with that dude that, you know, motherfucker, your man is doing some shit and you got the camera and when you turn around the police badges in your face like this. Like, you know what I mean?
I know a couple.
these dudes with these phones. In my time, there was no phone with you, so
man,
the
no
lookout
phone,
was
no
a real.
Instagram,
The lookout
yeah.
was a real lookout. Since your Vade and Dray are brothers, you know, are you competitive? You know, graph is a very competitive sport or nature or type of thing. Are you competitive with each
really.
other?
No, I'm not afraid to admit it. He's better than me. I taught him, but he's better than me. What do they say when the student surpasses the teacher?
Yeah.
He's clean, man. He's nasty. He's got it.
Thanks, dude.
My man. He does though. He's got it.
Yeah. You know, I'm not the best piecer. You know, I do like, you know, nice straight letters and shit. You know, that's the shit that kind of really stands out to me. You know, I'm definitely not the best piecer. You know.
Yeah, but he's clean though. This
Yeah.
guy too.
Yeah, very super
Otherwise,
neat.
they're all
Yeah,
right.
very neat.
Let me go somewhere else with this, man. You know, your sound very cool. Your sound like, you know, down. Let me ask you, because graph sometimes become very violent. Some even say it's a violent nature to graph. Do you go through any situations since you've been writing?
I mean, there's always situations. I
Yeah.
try my best, you know what I mean, to be honest with you, pick my battles. If something's worth it, it's worth it. If not, it's not worth it. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of egos running
Exactly.
around, man.
You know
So-
what I mean? I mean, I'm
Egos
always gonna
clash.
take,
That's
I'm always
graph.
gonna take my spot
Yeah,
back,
but it's bad though. Like you got someone that just came out the gate. He's catching tags and like, I grew up in the '90s, bro. Like, you know, fucking fills go over fucking outlines. You know, any tags get capped with a fucking fill. I grew up on shit like that. But these kids don't see it that way. You know,
no,
they
you
got
could do
they
a
got a
piece
tag
over their throw up, and they're like, "Oh my
yeah,
god,
what the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yo, it's a fucking tag, bro. It's a hollow." No. Fuck out of here with that, man.
You
know?
spent 2 minutes there. I spent, like you said, 45
Yeah.
minutes, an hour on the spot, and fucking, you know, you really want to beef over that shit? You know what I mean?
Yo, it's crazy, man. A lot of the rules changed. You know what I mean? As a writer from the '90s and to now, a lot of the rules have changed. You have people, me being a person who interviews a lot of writers, there are a lot of writers who don't even fuck with the rules. Like, let me just say, I done had writers here like, you can't write over my tag. I don't care. The same time that I done put out there to always get caught for that tag, it's the same. It's relative to the feeling. No. So I'm saying it has evolved.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be
No, the
serious with
attitude
you.
is completely different.
It's a complete.
But to piggyback on that, not to cut you off, I know an older cat that we run with that he's like, if you go over my fucking tags with a fucking piece or a filling, I'm coming back and I'm ragging you. Mm-hmm. You know, so there's different mentalities.
But yeah, it depends on the mentality.
It depends on, you know, where it's
Here's
so
one.
different.
I done heard this. Don't leave my shit you can see my shit still.
If you're gonna go over me, go the fuck over me.
Yeah,
Cover
like
my
don't
own shit.
don't have
leave
my
me
shit
hanging out
sticking out.
halfway.
Yeah.
Don't go over my fucking V and my A and leave, you know, a little fucking squirt on my fucking D. No, don't do that. You're gonna go over my shit. You're gonna cap it. Go over the whole fucking thing. Yeah. Don't leave a little bit out. It's no.
Another thing that has become more popular in the recent is like graph on the road. A lot of people was taking a graph outside of the boroughs. You know what I mean? Outside of NYC. Have y'all explored that yet?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
ran around
definitely.
a little bit here and there. You know, I've been out to Jersey. I've been out to Connecticut. I've been out to Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Shout
we
out
were
to
in,
Task, TMC, KMS. Let me sleep on his couch.
Nice.
How's your experience? It's been positive?
Yeah, definitely. Like a lot of, you know, and it's crazy because here there's a lot of like, you know, we would talk about this before too, like beef, and it's more even personal shit. Like, so when you go out there and you kind of like lose that a little bit, you know what I mean? There's no, oh, you fuck with this guy, da da da, I don't fuck with you, da da da. You know, like when you're out there, it's like, oh shit, you right? Oh yeah, you want to come paint a spot? Like, you know, it's crazy because when you go out there, you'll have dudes like Task or something like that, like, yo, come spend the weekend. We'll do mad spots together. And it's like, all right, sounds good, you know? Fucking.
Let me not to cut you off.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go old school. Back in the days, right? when we used to go to other places outside of where we was from, we should just go over everybody's stuff. We should just like no respect for like if we don't know nobody here.
Yeah.
So everybody's stuff is food. Do you go out to these places and respect their culture?
100%, yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends
That's
if
what
they're.
If something's dissed,
Yeah.
we'll take a photo of it and then we'll go over it. You know what I mean?
I ain't taking a photo of shit.
But
Your shit
also,
was this.
yo, if I go to a spot, if I go to a spot and fucking I just drove 45 minutes to get to that spot, and you got 11 pieces rocking there,
Yeah,
I'm fucking
true.
going over you, bro.
I'm taking one of those 11.
agree.
You got one that's chipping off the wall. You got something like that. All right, that's my
man.
spot.
That's one thing we all
Definitely.
agree on. You can't. At the end of the day, you're painting a creep spot. It might not be the streets, but it's illegal. You don't own the fucking rights to that wall. So who says you can go there and paint 11 times and I can't come and drop a piece? So if you got 11 pieces rocking there, I'm fucking taking one.
Yeah, one's gone.
Getting my shit up. I didn't come over here not to fucking to take flicks of your shit. I came here to paint.
Have your three went on a road trip ever together?
Connecticut?
Yeah, we went to Connecticut 2 weekends ago. You know?
How was the car ride to where y'all was going?
Laugh with me. Everybody laughs all day long.
It was funny. It's real funny.
Yeah.
Weed is weed and alcohol involved?
Yeah, always.
Alcohol, yes.
Always.
Weed, no.
But you can't get
Weed
this
with
weed.
him.
I smoke. But this dude will sit there like this the rest of
If
the day.
I smoke, drop me the fuck off home, bro. Turn around and take me home. I can't. I get paranoid. I can't do it.
Yo, right now, man, a lot of, graph is evolving. The streets is popping right now, man. How y'all feel about what's going on in the culture right now? What's your outlook on that?
It's got goods and bads, you know what I mean? But everything's fucking destroyed and it looks beautiful.
Give me some bad ones. I like the bad ones.
Well, the bads is what we were just talking about. You got a
Before,
lot of
yeah.
young cats coming out that, you know what I mean? Like you said, to some people there's rules, to some people there's not rules. Now what you're getting a lot more of is no rules, like I didn't even know, or, bullshit like that, you know what I mean?
Well, what I call a straight letter, my man's calling a fucking burner.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
burnt that
Yeah.
shit. I just went over your straight letter with a burner. My fucking feeling's better than that burner that you just dropped. But you get shit like that, and it's like, I don't even want to.
A lot of
There's
the
a lot
youth
of
is
young
unguided.
kids who don't have older heads as
They
influences.
don't have teachers or influences.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you're not always
Definitely.
gonna, but every now and then, like, we even put a young cat down, Rodak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rodak TVT, and what do you call it? Definitely, like that's the squad right there. We want to look out for that kid. We want to show him, and we're in the group chat with
Teach
him
them the
every day.
ropes. Yep.
Every day,
Like mentoring them.
Making sure he's going to school first.
Mentoring.
Making sure he's going to work first, and then let's go fucking
because that's what
paint
we do.
afterwards.
We work our asses off, all of us. You
Yeah,
know,
we're all blue collar.
so
regular dudes.
we just don't fucking sleep.
Yo,
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Do you ever when I used to go to high school and the people who knew I wrote, do your friends or co-workers or family members, do they ever tell you where your shit is at?
Yeah, family more than anything. Family, because I don't tell like people that I work around or anything like that. Like I don't really want people to know who I am.
My father sees my shit and he's like, "What the fuck?"
My mom will send me a picture of
the
like a
fuck,
tag.
dude?
Yeah, like
It's
you
like-
know, and a text message just like, oh shit. So she knows, she pays attention, you know.
Do graph changes when you get past a certain age?
Absolutely.
Like before 18, your parents is on your ass about writing. What the fuck you doing? And after when you about 30,
Hell
they be like,
yeah, man.
They be like, why you didn't hit that wall over there? This is brand new.
You know, it's funny. And my boy Vezo, we're painting fillings.
Shout out to
and this-
Vezo.
Vezo. Fucking, we're painting fillings, and this dude's driving up the block, and I'm like, yo, chill for a second. There's a car coming up. He's like, oh, that's my dad. You know what I mean?
Just keep
And
rocking,
I was
keep
just
rocking.
like, all right, fuck it, let's do this. And you get that a lot. You know what I mean? Once you get older. But when you're a kid, my dad whooped my ass. And then I remember one time I caught big fat cat white tags in a parking lot, and he was so happy to see it. I was down in Manhattan. One night I caught the tags. A couple days later he goes down and he's like, fucking excited to see my tag. But that was once I got older.
It changes. It changes. Once the family understand that is more than graph, it's a culture like hip hop. You know what I mean? they respect it. They begin to respect it. Especially you have these days, and in the past too, you don't have writers that became like big.
Yeah.
Like for example, Samo, aka Basiat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there's people who have taken this graph shit to another level. Banksy, if you want to consider him a writer also.
I don't. I'm
No,
sorry.
yeah,
I don't.
sorry.
I don't. I could run around
Stencilers
with
and wheat
paste
pasters are not
stencils all day.
writers. Like, it's just
So
not.
you're a Robo fan? You're a Robo fan?
I am.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know
100%.
what I mean? Like,
Banksy's a street artist. Robo was a
exactly.
graffiti artist.
You know what I mean?
Complete difference.
Yo, if you ever get to see that documentary, to my audience, great
Rest in peace,
documentary.
Robo.
Yeah,
Robo,
Robo.
man. Yeah, he definitely, that was definitely a great story, man. What separates TVT from the other crews that's out there right now?
Family.
Yeah, pretty much family. You know,
TVT is definitely a family. Like we were saying before, we talk every day. You know what I
every
mean?
single day, man.
Even
Absolutely.
if it's something that it's outside of graffiti and like I know he's gonna like it or he knows I'm gonna like it, we're gonna send a text to each other like,
Yeah.
yo, check this out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's beyond writing. It's just
Even if Vade wasn't my brother, he would still be my family.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But inside every clique, like depending on how many people you have down with you, there's always. It's even in life. You're gonna fall into your little pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I might not talk to fucking Ness or Jess on a daily basis. We speak on a computer and shit like that. But I have. Like, you speak to everyone in YNN every day? There's
No.
people, but you have your people in YNN that
you speak
are your
to.
boys that you're going to roll for. You're going to go to bat for. You know
My
what I'm
cousin is whining too, so I have a blood cousin.
Yeah.
Who's
so
whining,
you fall into your little pocket, and those are your boys. Those are the people I paint with on a daily basis. I still show love to everyone else in the crew,
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
Absolutely.
I got my diehards that I rock with, that I roll with, that I trust.
Talk to on a daily basis.
And it's like in life too. You fall into that little pocket with your boys, and there's about 10 or 11 of us that speak on a daily basis. We paint on a daily basis, and it's like family.
Yeah, EO.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Rodak.
3 of us. Rodak.
Yes,
Livio.
Naro, Zoo,
Yeah, Zoo.
Big Daddy Size, my man right there.
Yo, shout out.
KA is
Daddy
always
Size.
dropping some knowledge on
Yeah.
us.
He's
KA.
playing some volleyball right now. So.
Yeah.
On KA, like a couple of years back, he was going kind of ham.
Yeah, he's
Kinda
nasty.
ham.
man.
He's such a
Yeah.
good artist, man. He's
Yeah, super talented,
Yeah.
man. Like, that guy is
out of-
crazy.
out of control.
Way underrated for what he can do.
He is.
Name another outside of the crew. Name another writer you feel that's underrated.
That's underrated.
That's underrated. I think Vet was one.
Yeah,
Between
Vet,
me
to
and
me,
you,
Vet
that was a
should
great
be,
That's a
one.
no-brainer.
Way bigger.
Definitely.
But, you know what I mean? That's also, like, it depends on the person, like, not everybody is the same, you know what I mean?
Not everyone wants
Some
to take it to
people,
that level.
like, he'll never have social media, you know what I mean? That's just not what he's about. He's about killing it, you know what I mean? Like, still going out, jumping on the bike, and, you know what I mean? Rolling up to a highway and fucking destroying that highway, you know what I mean? With a 5-color piece, you know?
Give me another underrated person you feel that's underrated.
For me, 2 of my boys, Focus 7 and Tempt, they're incredible fucking artists, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
Focus
grew
is
up on
crazy.
their shit too. I got knocked with Temp before. I got locked up with him and Seat. But Focus and Temp, those 2 as artists, they're mind blowing. They're like their shit. I was at Focus's crib, a couple weeks ago, and like I'm looking at his canvas. I'm like, holy shit, bro, this shit is fucking retarded, man. Same with Temp too, man. I always looked at his black books and canvases and shit, and the walls that he did, and back in the day, his shit was out of this world for me.
I'm gonna name a couple, man, and they all from the same crew. And just cause I don't think that I actually said their name on the show. I'm gonna name 3 that I feel is underrated writers, man. 3 Queens writers. One name is Ench.
Ench. I remember
ENCH.
Ench, yep.
The Outsiders. The other one name is BIS. BIS. Another outsider. And the third one, which is I'm not gonna say the relation, but there's a connection between the 2, and his name is Nal. NAL. 3 very, 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 very underrated Queens writers. They're part of the Outsiders, Clark and
I seen that. Bis Uno?
Yeah, true indeed. Very underrated, very out the box writer.
Very different.
Also,
He's got a very different style.
very different style.
Yep.
He reminds me of, not his style wise. They don't remind me of the like, but very outside the box. Wolf, AOK, which I said on the Vandal Hour before. This is a weird question. I'm gonna admit it. Hopefully I could deliver it correctly. And I asked you already, and we didn't really get to it. But I'm gonna ask you again. This was off camera. I consider graph writers like the modern day comic book hero. You know what I mean? We all have secret identities. People have secret powers. They good at certain things. If y'all could compare yourself individually to a comic book hero, who would you compare yourself to?
I mean, me. This is Dray speaking. Probably like G.I. Joe. I'm super tactical, man. Like, I like being really efficient, getting in and out of a spot.
I like that. That's a good answer.
I'd probably be the dick here.
You'd probably be Superwoman.
No, I've never really been into comic books or comic book heroes or anything like that. I'm just keeping it real.
Not even the boys? You watch the boys?
I'm saying I never collected comic books. I mean, I was into G.I. Joe and shit like that and He-Man, but I never got into comic books.
Okay, if you was a He-Man, which He-Man you would be?
Skeletor.
Okay, I like
He's a bad motherfucker.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I had Snake Mountain. I remember when I got Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull that Christmas. Thank you, Mom. What about you, Saet?
I mean, I'm like him. I'll be honest with you. I was never really into like comic book characters and shit like that. You know what I mean? I was a fast kid. You know what I mean? I had interests that were beyond little kid shit when I was young. But
what about a movie
Invisible
character?
Man,
What about a
something like that? You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
I try as much as I can to like when I'm painting, like not be seen.
Well, so let me ask you, Perv Invisible Man or Rob the Bank Invisible Man?
Definitely rob the bank. Definitely rob the bank. Like,
That's hands down right
Yeah.
there. Count me in.
It's funny. I was watching the beginning of The Invisible Man. It was in Spanish. I didn't know it was in Spanish because for the first like 10 minutes, is no real talking. So I didn't figure out till she started talking. I'm like, oh shit, this shit is in Spanish. But I gotta watch that, man.
Put the subtitles on.
Did you watch? Did you see Invisible Man? I didn't see it.
no.
All right,
I saw Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon.
all right,
Isn't that the same thing?
I'm gonna do a spoiler. The husband is the Invisible Man.
Oh, I'm not watching it now.
Fucked it up.
You know why I do that? There's a lot of Vandal Hour episodes that I have spoiled the ending of movies. That's kind of my thing. That's kind of like one of my segments. I'm gonna have that. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Right now, and I'm gonna go somewhere outside of Graph for a second. Right now, the election is coming up. And I'm going to tell you this before we go into this. I really don't give a fuck what's going on in politics. But right now, are you one of those people, or you're people that's going to vote?
No, I don't vote. I'm not registered to vote. I'll keep it real.
Me neither.
Politics
Yeah, me
is a
neither.
slippery slope, man.
You're
I'm
fucked
not.
either way. I'll be honest with you. I don't like this asshole, but you know what I mean. Nobody does. So, but yeah, voting doesn't do shit for you. The last election should show you that voting doesn't do shit for you.
You know some crazy shit? I had a conversation yesterday here at S.STREET Media, and with 3 black people, just to say that, and they was like, "I'm voting for Trump, man." That motherfucker dropped that trillion. He dropped that trillion. He said, "Nobody, this much money has been flowing through the United States since like the crack era."
A lot of people
Coke
don't.
in the '80s in Florida, right?
You know what I mean?
A lot of people don't like Trump, but he's done a lot more than any president in a short amount of time he's been elected president. He's not going to agree, but still, like I said, it's a slippery slope, and we're fucked either way. No matter who's,
I'll be honest with you. Shit around my way has never changed. You know, I'm from the Bronx. They're from Yonkers. I'm from the Bronx, and where I'm from, like it's kind of like the border of a good and bad neighborhood. Like I live literally.
I already know where you
dividing
at. Just
line.
from for you saying that.
Yeah.
I could pretty much pinpoint
I'm
to
on the
that.
line. Like I'm right there. And if you go up, ain't shit ever changed no matter who was the president. If you go south, ain't shit ever changed no matter who was the president. You know, south has always been poor. It's always been on top of each other. Ain't shit changed. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You know, I'll be honest with you. We've had Democrats, Republicans. We've had everything. You know, since you know I'm a kid, and ain't shit ever changed.
Yo, let's jump back into this graph. Where do y'all see yourselves taking this graph thing? What is some of your goals in this graph thing?
Goal for me is to keep doing it, man. It's therapy to me, you know.
Have a good time.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much, man.
Progression.
Yeah,
Just
progression, but I'm not really trying to paint for anybody else.
Me
Like
neither,
I'm
man.
trying to paint to do what I do to enjoy myself.
Exactly. Like I don't post a lot of my shit. You know, I have so many, you know, photos in my phone. You know, I'm very selective of what I, you know, let people see. But I pretty much just do it for myself, bro. You know, in 10 years, I'll probably, I'm absolutely gonna still be doing it. You know, no matter what. But yeah, I mean,
it would be dope to get a job painting. I'll keep it real, but it's not really realistic because you know I'm not where I should be. Cause I stopped for almost 11 years. Legit stopped. Like no writing.
What
no
got you
nothing.
back into this shit?
Being off felony probation.
That's a fact. That changes a lot. Me too.
I was just like, fuck it. Everyone's like, yo, you stop painting, and my girl's pushing me. You should paint. And I was never like when I stopped. I wasn't the best, but I wasn't bad. But like I feel like I lost that whole time. I could have been so much farther than I am now. Even though I'm happy where I am now, but I like to be better than the last time I painted. You know?
Shout out to your girlfriend, man.
No, she's
Shout out to your girlfriend because a lot of girlfriends wouldn't encourage vandalism.
You know what's funny? She did in the beginning. She wanted me to paint. No, I'm serious. I love her to death, man. Babe, I love you. Nay, you're my heart.
Shout out to her.
Gang.
Gang. That's right. But she when we first met, she was like, "Why don't you paint anymore?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm fucking, you know, I'm pushing 40 and." You know, I got a rap sheet, I got a felony, I've been arrested so many times, this, that, and the third. And she's like, but you should still paint. You should paint. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know, she worked in the healthcare industry, and I didn't see her for 2 months because she took care of an older person
Oh, wow.
who was on oxygen, and she couldn't risk getting him sick because he's high risk, so I couldn't see her. She lived upstate, I lived down here. So I didn't see her for 2 months, and I was going out of my fucking mind. How long can you play fucking Modern Warfare, you know, fucking plunder and this and that? It's just... So I started to he was painting again, so I just started to go out with him, and it just snowballed into this fucking 9 months of just running rampant. I don't think I'm going to stop.
Nah, I'm a paid artist already. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of one of those things. Like, this shit's always gonna. I mean, it's always been there. Even when like I said, when I was not painting, I would still go out, snowstorm. You know what I mean? And fuck it, I got a can. It's raining out. Let me go catch some high tags on gates real quick. You know what I mean? So I don't think it'll ever stop. You know what I mean?
No.
Like there's really no. And now my kids are getting older, so it's giving me.
It's only
more
gonna get
freedom
worse.
To,
More time.
I think it's gonna get worse.
It's going to
Around the
evolve into
house.
something great.
Yep.
Yo, what you
Pretty
call
much,
it?
man.
It's, for you know, graph do for different people. It does different things. For a lot of people, it calms them down. It's a relaxer. You know, some people are doing it for like political statements. You know what I mean? Some people want to make statements. Some people just do it because they are addicted just to repetition. I was watching something recently. Shout out to Angel Podcast on I follow them on Instagram. They doing some dope things with podcasting. They're interviewing a lot of graph writers, but they just interviewed ADEC recently, BTM.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, in a post, they were talking about he's autistic.
Autistic.
So for a lot of, let me say this, a lot of graph, it is, a lot of us are just different.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No,
Totally, man.
a lot of people don't want to admit it, man. A lot of graffiti artists, I'm going to tell like it is, a lot of graffiti artists, substance abuse,
Yeah.
mental health issues,
Facts.
Guilty.
fucking family problems.
Me
You know,
too.
this-
All of
not-
us,
not-
bro.
not-
Straight up, man.
no normal person is going to grab a fucking can of spray paint and say, let me go write my fucking name on a wall 100 fucking times to make
Not get
myself
paid.
feel better.
Not get paid.
Not a
And-
normal person don't think like that.
It's the
You
only
know?
thing that keeps us sober.
Yeah, it keeps me.
Yeah.
It doesn't
It
keep
keeps
me
me from
sober.
fucking up real bad.
Yeah, 100%, man.
On a certain level, it keeps me
Absolutely.
sober. You know, I still drink, and you know, but as far as other shit, it keeps me grounded.
Yeah,
It
me and Vade, you know, we've had our.
I've had my bouts with a lot of shit.
We've dabbled.
Me
with,
too.
You know,
Yeah.
certain shit,
Let me-
and you know, we've fallen in and out. But
Yeah,
you know,
I've had my fucked up moments. You know what I mean? Like,
Me too.
it's just one of those things. Like, it's like he said, substance abuse. You know, I have ADD.
Abuse.
Abuse. I can't sit still. You know what I mean? But when
Me
I'm
neither.
doing a piece in a book, I'm sitting still. You know what I mean? That's my focus. That's where everything
Therapy.
is. You know what I mean? And the
Therapeutic,
same thing
man.
when I'm
Yeah,
on
it's
a wall,
100%
when I'm
therapeutic.
doing a throw up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that's my moment. That's my what do they call it? Hyper focus
yeah.
is graph. You know what I mean? So it definitely helps out a lot. You know,
It sucks though because a normal person
doesn't understand.
doesn't understand that. So they don't understand what's making you do it, and they don't understand why you want to keep doing it. So it's like for some people that have an addiction, they go to NA, they go to AA. I'd rather go out and run around a fucking highway and write my name. It keeps me grounded, you know?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Certain places they encourage graph.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Europe is big with that.
You dig where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
You know how America do. You know, what is? I want to ask you all this individually. What is graph to you?
It's a lifestyle.
My escape.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
To me, I've said it before. Therapy, straight up. You know, it keeps me, you know, sane. And you know, I've had. I started writing. You know, like I said before, in 2003. I was active for a long time. Started fucking around in like 2009. Ended up in rehab. And then after that, you know, whatever. I started, doing like legal shit and started getting back into it. And you know, I still struggle to this day with with my addiction problems, but graffiti is the only thing that I always go back to stay sane and sober. Not sober, but obviously I drink and shit, but
Let's put it this
it
way:
keeps me off edge.
if I didn't
I
have
mean, it keeps
Graf,
me-
and I think I could speak for him and him too, if we didn't write and do the stuff that we do, we'd be off to the fucking races, plain and
100%,
simple.
man.
And you could take that how you want. With it,
No, understood.
I'd be
you'd
on drugs.
Yeah,
Like, I wouldn't be doing shit right.
Off to the races, or fucking out all fucking night, not going to work, fucking doing fucking stupid shit.
It gives you balance.
Yeah,
It gives you
does.
balance.
It does.
Like that's the thing. If you don't do something that you like every now and I work 15 hours a day. I got kids, I got dogs, like I got everything. But if I take 3-4 hours, which all of our wives kill us for it, but if I take 3-4 hours out of that day, even if it's just taking it out of my sleep time, it makes all of that shit just rest easy. Like fuck it, I can get up the next day and do all of this. You know what I mean? I feel all right.
Because I just
good.
murdered that fucking
Yeah,
Parkway spot last
because I
night.
just did this big block letter. So, I'm happy now. I got a picture of it. I'm good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
How's your picture collections, all of y'all? How your picture collections is?
Mine resides in my phone, but I got to give it to this kid right here. He's got shit of mine from the early '90s that I don't even have. That
I
he's
have
got.
all of his shit and all of my
Disposable
old
camera
shit.
flicks.
Yeah, all disposable camera flicks in photo albums at my crib, man. And that's Instagram. That's my Instagram. You know what I mean? That's my my collection. I love it.
Well, my hard drive just crashed, so anything I had from back in the day, it seems like it is gone.
Man.
So if somebody else gets it,
I'd rather rip my heart
yeah.
out.
I mean, shit happens, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit was whack anyway.
It's history, bro.
Yeah,
It's still it's your how you started.
Yeah, I want to say this, man. I appreciate y'all,
Thank you.
coming to the Vandal Hour. As I said before and during this interview, it was a pleasure hanging out with y'all.
Thank you. It was definitely a pleasure being
Same
here.
here. Thank you.
I love.
man. Thank you for having us, bro.
I love having graph conversations, and we had a good graph conversations. We smoked a little bit, got right, and had a great build. Any shout outs you want to give to your peoples?
TVT crew, you
Yeah,
know what I
man.
mean? Psy, EO,
Livio,
Livio,
Rodak,
Narrow,
yep.
Zoo, like all the dudes, Aloe,
KA, shout out.
KA, what do you call it? YP dudes,
YP, Jack.
Jekyll, you know what I mean? That's my boy right there.
YPDGs all day, my homie.
A-Wall,
A-Wall.
A-Wall.
Hey, Weezy, what up, homie?
What up, kid?
Soho, Jack, Asser, Tesso, Kia, Sudoku, all those kids from Denver. My man Soho be putting it down out there. Nasty.
Yeah, crushing
nasty,
shit.
yeah. And everyone else that we fuck
Yo,
with, the whole US crew,
yup,
Neo, good looking
yup,
out,
Neo,
Sad, what up?
straight
Shout
up.
out to Neo.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Neo. Thank
My
you
boy
for
Vezo.
connecting the dots.
Vezo, Osby, good people. You know what I mean? Definitely
Facts.
big
Shout out
welcome.
to
to all of them.
Cypher TMV.
Shout out to Vezo. Yo, shout out to I want to give a shout out to all my YNN brothers, man. Stem, J Lo, Hobbs, Tense, and everyone else. I'm kind of high, so I can't remember everyone. But F Boom, everyone that's YNN. Shout out to y'all. Yo, I am Mathematics. This is the Vandal Hour. Shout out to Legacy in the motherfucking building too. Make sure you check out his show, The Conversation. Coming soon to S.STREET Media. If you don't know what S.STREET Media is, we are the evolution of media. That means that y'all can't fuck with us. Y'all can't fuck with us. I'm going to say that again. Y'all can't fuck with us. The Vandal Hour, 6 years strong, November. We are doing a anniversary party. I guarantee you. Make sure you there, man. A lot of people always... our anniversary parties has been memorable, classic moments. Everyone is there. We hang up the art. We fucking build. We chill. We get high. We talk graph. We do graph. That type of shit. We always have a wall to paint or something to paint. Some type of material or canvas to write on. So I want to give a shout out to all my Vandal Hour guards and goddesses. Make sure you check out all the episodes on Spotify, on Anchor.fm, and on YouTube. You can even go to DTF YouTube page and check out the old seasons of the Vandal Hour. I believe it's like 4.5 seasons there. Make sure you check those joints out. Shout out to DTF Radio. Shout out to anyone who's doing positive shit, doing the right thing. I support that. I'm going to tell y'all, I don't give a fuck about voting, so I'm not going to even tell y'all to vote. I would tell y'all, don't vote. Who gives a fuck? It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same.
Don't vote. Go bombing.
It's
Light it
gonna
up.
be the same.
Light it up. Light it up.
Yeah. What you call it?
Vote Satan 2020.
I'm going to say this.
There you go. Vote Satan.
Vote graph. Vote graph. You put graph inside the motherfucking Oval Office. We motherfucking be tagging up on the White House. That's right. The White House will be looking like a motherfucking mural. We out of here. I'm Mathematics. Shout out to Facts and Wax and everybody else. E. Sinatra, Mom Dukes, Elias, aka Easy, or the Wombles. You know how it go. The Vandal Hour, S.STREET Media. Check us out. We are out of here.